Real life, real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Poteet on The Edge.
It just makes me happy.
It is some feel-good music.
It's just, just getting in the car with Paul Poteet. How you doing, Paul?
It's our
I think
official,
that was you on a motorcycle, by the way.
Oh, it's like a horse, actually. Riding into the sunset.
This is the universal thing for motorcycle, right? And then this is horse. You have to do this.
See, I was bouncing. Yeah.
So can you make this the frame grab for this when you put it up?
No, but we're going to make it a Giphy very, very quick.
That's exercise. That counts as an isometric.
That is the best thing on the internet all day.
That's better than the squirrel attack that we were talking about yesterday. I got to share that with you. Literally, one of our guests was attacked by a squirrel, and he caught it on Snapchat, and it went viral, like 86,000 plays on that. But everybody started to want to buy the rights to this squirrel attack. Literally, he was chasing the squirrel, and all of a sudden, it jumped at the camera, and that was it. 7 seconds. No, pull it up.
Squirrels
So
here.
what? Oh, here we go. And
Look at
here
this
comes
guy.
the squirrel. And
Oh my god. So close.
Ah! It was not the squirrel that you thought it was. It was his flanking friend.
what did he do? Was he taunting the squirrel?
Well, it was two squirrels. Is that he was following one squirrel, and then his friend attacked the camera.
The other squirrel was defending.
It was probably
defending
his
the
wife.
honor.
What are you doing?
Get off of her!
So that went viral. And
Are you nuts?
We're already chasing squirrels. We haven't even started.
We've literally been distracted by a squirrel here.
That's it right there.
This is an all-time low.
This is
What do you do to make?
high.
What do you? How do you? Boy, the squirrels usually. I mean, I would think of the chances are larger of being attacked by geese in a viral video lately than squirrels, because I just drove through there. There's some not too far away from whatchamacallit, Fry's up on 96th Street, just north of there. If you're coming in the back way to Fry's, and you go by this office complex, there are some geese there that I think they've just created their own community.
Yeah, it's a gang of geese. It's not a gaggle.
It's a gang of geese.
Literally, it is, and they have little switchblades and leather jackets on. I mean, it's a bad thing.
They have limited government that they've established. They're building subdivisions. They're establishing geese roundabouts. I mean, they're really taking over in that section of Hamilton County.
Oh my!
And now, should we move on to the scheduled content?
Let's do it.
Wow.
Well, you talked about our happy feel-good music from our house band, Film Music, and the stock band boys. I thought I'd start with a happier story. Sometimes on the edge, it does seem like it gets very, very dark and weird. Would you like a feel-good story?
Let's do it, Paul.
Absolutely, as opposed to our dark and weird regular content.
Well, we'll get right back to that here
There's
in a
a
moment.
market for that.
Appreciate it.
We now join Dark and Weird, already in progress. A wedding photo shoot in Canada.
Aw.
The bride and the groom were. Brittany, you probably went through something like this, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Where did you have an outdoor shoot?
I did. Vancouver, Canada.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, this story
Hold
is
on,
from Canada.
Let's look ahead and make sure that that's not Brittany we're talking about. Okay, good. We're clear.
Was your husband, did he save somebody from drowning in the middle of your photo shoot?
He certainly did not.
Oh, all of a sudden he looks a little smaller now, doesn't he?
You will love that. Hello, Ryan. Love you, dear.
Oh, well,
I still like Ryan. He can put a prime rib to shame. That's my testament to the man right
Hey,
there.
Ryan, I mean, I don't even stack up myself. I could barely get my vows out, without shaking during the wedding. And this guy is saving people during a photo shoot. Look at this dude. And the thing is, it was a photo shoot. So, of course, we've got pictures because the photographer, just started. It was in Ontario. The groom noticed a boy in distress in the water. I guess they'd already gotten, they'd tied the knot. So he was the groom, complete. He was it was Mr. and Mrs. Cook. And Mr. Cook jumped into Victoria Park Lake, pulled the young boy onto the shore. And, of course, the wedding photographer Kept
Didn't go
on
and
taking
help.
pictures.
Had to document it.
Didn't call for help. Didn't go
I'd
to
love
help.
to help, but yeah, I know. Don't you? That always kind of makes me think. Well, should you be taking photos, or should you be, like you said, diving in to help?
Drop the
But
camera.
I guess this guy had it under control.
Yeah, you did. Good for him.
So, and do you know what the bride's name is? Did you read the story completely?
No.
Brittany was there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy, Clayton, said that while Brittany was getting her solo shots taken,
Sounds about right.
we should take one of you right now solo to go along with us. While Brittany was getting her solo shots taken, I realized only 2 were standing on the rock ledge. There were 3 kids he'd seen a while ago. And then he said, I saw the boy in the water struggling to keep his head up. I jumped down. I just kind of plucked him out and he was okay. She said, Clayton's wife said she originally thought he had jumped into the water as a joke. That guy of mine
just loves that water.
Wow.
So I guess he was rescued pretty quickly. It says the boy appeared fine, a little shaken, obviously, and went off with an older sibling. And Brittany, and talking about her husband Clay, said that's Clay to me. That's just something he would instinctively do.
Aw.
What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man.
Kind of stole her moment, though.
Good job,
Clay. It was about her for the wedding.
So long as her pictures turned out pretty, which I'm sure they did.
Yeah, right.
Maybe a little soggy, but still.
Maybe.
I'm ready. We have a few more solo shots left.
Okay, go do your thing. I'm here.
Yeah, go save a life. All right. Well, this is now back to the weirder world. This woman came out and found someone had hit her car. Oh, isn't that the worst? And they'd left.
Yep.
But at least they left a note. They left behind an apology note, some cash, and a half-smoked joint. Hey, guess which state this was in?
The state of denial, maybe.
Do you think it was the mad pooper?
It was nothing.
Well, we'll get to the mad pooper. Just hold that for a moment.
Okay.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Just sit and think about it for a moment,
Okay.
as it were. This is a story from Colorado. Mandy Shepard was leaving work Sunday. She realized someone had hit her car. They left a long scratch on her back bumper. And once she started driving, she noticed a piece of paper stuck to her left side mirror. And there you see what it says.
Mm-hmm.
And an envelope rolled up in a baggie. Somebody took the time to leave her a note and money and half a joint. Part of the note
Best apology ever.
Sorry for the scratch, man, with a drawn-on frowny face. Dude. Yep. She plans to use the $40 to try to pay someone to buff out the scratch. Well, that's not much. That's a pretty steep deductible this guy's left her with. But she's not a smoker. Yeah, she's not a smoker, so she's not exactly sure what she'll do with the grass.
Sell it.
Well,
I'm joking.
he was given another $40 to just go buy some more and not even pay attention to the scratch. Right?
Sorry for the scratch, man. Yeah, that's right. Maybe that's there's the close up of it. There's the two $20 bills and the note. I love the 4. I'm so wasted right now. I don't remember. Is it FOUR, FORE?
Or the number.
No, I'm just going to write the number, dude. So there you go.
Yeah.
So do you think she should she try to track the guy down, or should she just take the high road?
Ooh,
Gosh, you're good.
Oh, well.
Not bad. Not bad. We'll give you a couple points on that one.
Just a chronically bad driver involved there. So
yeah.
All right, now. And finally, as we say in the news business, one of my favorite TV news cliches is a story will continue to follow. After they do something like most of these stories we're forgetting about from here on out. We're never going to look into this again.
Decidedly so. We are intentionally forgetting about them, but they keep resurfacing.
Yeah, maybe on some of ours that would be a good thing. The ones that I bring. But on TV, they'll wrap it up, and then one of the anchors will say, "That's the story we'll continue to follow." Well, don't you do that all the time? Well, here's the story that I've continued to follow, and you'll be happy to know, Brittany, it does involve the mad pooper.
You've got to be kidding.
Good. And it should.
This is an Edge update.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Remember
We'll do
the
that in
serial
post.
pooper. Remember the serial pooper, and I'm not talking about somebody who eats too much grape nuts. I mean SERIAL, the serial pooper.
She's a bad lady.
Is the female runner. She goes to the same. She was going while she was running, and she did it at the same family's house over and over again, right?
In front of the kids.
And by the way, this also did happen in Colorado. This was outside of Colorado Springs. So she had been doing that time and time again. Well.
Yeah.
Charmin has offered the serial pooper a year's supply of toilet paper if she surrenders.
I love it so much.
There's the headline: a Colorado family trying to catch a crappy jogger.
Oh.
Charmin offers. Is this some brilliant? I mean, this is just easy pickings, as it were. I mean, Charmin says, "Oh, we'll give you a year's supply of toilet paper."
Please.
I love
Turn
it.
yourself in. It says
Have we still not caught her?
No, I guess not.
Jeez.
Well, she's fast, apparently.
They're wanting her to clean up her act.
Oh, jeez. Dad jokes. All the dad jokes.
She should not be able to make any money off her notoriety. She should get squat.
Oh.
So I don't know if what Charmin got what it wanted out of this already. People are talking about it. I don't know if she could end up being a spokesperson or not.
I don't know. This story's kind of going down the drain, man. So,
jeez, all of you.
Police. Well, Brittany asked, and so here's the story. Police say an active investigation is ongoing. How can you not be able to catch this person?
Well, this is the thing with Charmin. There, if she can get a hold of that, we'll follow the trail, right?
As it were, especially if we get stuck to a running shoe. I hear the Charmin people are putting their best investigators on the situation right now.
Oh, see?
Oh,
we love that guy.
Oh, we have to go now.
Yeah, all right. I followed. Now I've worked with everybody. I always think, yes, I have worked with everyone. Now I have appeared with Mr. Whipple. I can retire.
Thanks for the memories there. I appreciate that.
So that's another look at the weird and wacky, sometimes uplifting world on the edge this week.
So we're literally not going to have an ongoing ticker of where the mad pooper is on the show. I just want to warn and assure everybody who's watching The Edge is that this will not be a running update, or more importantly, a download.
I just got that a little late, but I got it.
And if you had excessive buffering during that story, you might want to check your download speeds at home.
Please check them at home, not when you're running.
See if your router is equipped for 802.11 BS. Is that real? This is really nerd dad joke fest.
Pretty much,
wow.
Yes. I love it. All right. Hey, give us some nerdy weather. How about that?
Well, the forecast it's a very clean 7-day outlook here.
Yes. I love it.
And we finished with our stunning week of almost a week. It was 6 days in a row of 90-degree weather. The longest stretch we'd had the entire year came the second half of September. So that'll be probably one of the notable things about this year. When we're writing the end of the year weather stories, will be this crazy streak. And the only time in the season that we really did any records. We tied 3 different records on 3 different days, including the end of the streak on Tuesday. So as we come to you here on Thursday, the forecast for the next 7 days is pretty dry. There's a chance maybe of some showers. Look at that on Tuesday. And look at those highs.
So much better.
Pumpkin spice for everyone. We could all get into the fall mood now. All the fall feels are right there, with maybe even just the upper 60s on Saturday, or right around 70. We're in kind of a very borderline drought now, especially from about Indy westward. So we could use some rain, use some precipitation. Hopefully, it's not all going to come as like snow on Halloween evening. Remember that? Wasn't that like 2 years ago, or was that 3 years ago?
Oh, that was 3 years ago. Yeah, that sleet that came down. Oh,
yeah, sleet and a little bit of snow, and it and of course it comes on Halloween night when your kids are out, trying to walk around the neighborhood. But man, that just makes it feel, you think we're almost at the end. I'm looking at a calendar. We're almost at the end of September. So we could be seeing snow flying here in about 5 weeks. So
you shut your mouth, Paul.
Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. But in between, what we're getting the next week is just about perfect.
This is great. I get to wear boots. I get to wear boots next week. That's great. Thank you. This is much better. This is much better.
But not snow boots.
No, not snow boots. Just cute, like brown ones.
Just cute ones.
Just cute.
I don't know what to do with that.
I would advise you, if you lived in Colorado Springs, you might want to wear some boots too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just
or some baggies on your boots for that matter.
That's right. Put some baggies on those. Wrap that thing up.
Paul.
This has been a good one, hasn't it?
Well, we appreciate all the fun, and hey, thanks so much. We certainly appreciate it each and every week. Where can our listeners find you and what you're doing regularly? We don't give you enough love here at the end of these segments.
At the end of the road here. Yeah. Poteet.com on several great radio stations across the state, on radio and online, on video with a couple of different partners, both locally and around the country, doing the Fun Cast, as we call it, for Madison County. We're doing it for Hamilton County now. And for the Smoky Mountains, tourism companies outside of the area too, where I do weather for them. And I mentioned the radio and TV, Boomer TV on Wish TV on Sunday mornings, and a bunch of other places. So start at paulpoteet.com.
All the places.
That's the only way that's how I keep track. Sometimes I look at it. Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Very cool. Well, certainly follow Paul Poteet on Twitter as well, because he's churning up literally these type of stories all the time. And I don't think he's fixated on a mad pooper, but I could be wrong. So check.
It's a story I'll continue to follow, Aaron.
I appreciate that. I'm a bit worried, but I appreciate it. All right, Paul. Well, thanks so much, and we'll catch you next week, all right?
All right. See you soon.
See you,
Take
pal.
care. Bye-bye.